Chief. All right, sweetheart. Good to see you. Thank you. Thanks so much. And welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen, to another Saturday edition of your favourite game show of 3, 2, 1. By the way, thank you very much indeed for putting our show in the top 10 TV ratings every week. And just think, I didn't even have to write to Jim to fix it. One little character to beware of on our show, you know exactly who that is. That's my little friend, our resident booby prize, Dusty Bin. Here he is. Come on, Dust. Now, our little galvanised gremlin. Remember, he might look lovely, but you win him, all you do is to take home a brand new dustbin. Looking after this character this week is lovely Fiona Curzon. Fiona? And, oh yeah, done it again. Another lovely outfit.
Thank you.
He looks terrific as always, but what's he supposed to be representing?
Well, we've got a great nickname from this week, Tutan Bin, because the theme of the show is Egypt, and running around the pyramids and sending up the Nile, we've got Ken Connor, Dilys Watling, Neville King, Steve Jones, and the Chuckle Brothers.
Thank you, Fiona. Now let's meet the most important people. As always on our programme, that's our contestants. Here they are.
Stephen and Anne Levine from Manchester. Peter and Trisha Coyne from Middlesex. Peter and Lindy Moore from Wakefield.
OK, as you know, we start with our 1,000 to 1 quiz, where it is possible for each of our couples to win £1,000. But remember, at the end of the quiz, the couple with the lowest amount of money will leave us at that point, leaving the remaining 2 couples to play right through part 2. So let's meet our first couple tonight, who are, in fact, Peter and Lindy Moore, and you're from Loft House, which, of course, is near Wakefield, yes? Good, OK. Peter, now what's your occupation? What do you do?
Interior design.
Interior design, and what sort of things do you design?
Mainly pubs, hotels, clubs, that sort of thing.
Yes? Very busy work right now. There's a few around, isn't there? What's the most sort of interesting job, or the one that stands out in your mind that you've designed?
I think beer kellers.
Really?
Yeah, that type of thing.
I see. And your hobbies are what?
Fishing.
Yes?
When I get a chance.
Yes, and what sort of fish do you go after?
2 extremes, really, trout and sharks.
Sharks?
Sharks.
Really? Well, you must go to Cornwall. That's about the only place in the country,
in,
yes?
in the British Isles, Cornwall.
And what's the longest shark, the biggest shark you've caught?
I don't know, just length, probably 8 feet.
Really?
136 pounds.
Really? I only ever went once. I caught a 210-pound shark. It was a variety agent.
Oh, so not a 50-cent.
They all know it. Everyone knows it. And Linda, you're a working wife, aren't you?
Yes.
Yes, and what do you do? You're an infant teacher, I see.
Yes.
And your family, how many do you have?
2 boys.
2 boys? Well, say a quick hello, I'm sure. Yes, you can.
Ben,
Give them a quick hello. And your hobbies are what? Horses?
No, I like horses.
You ride a lot?
When I've got time.
Yes? Have you always done that?
Always.
Because I ride a bit, I play a bit of polo, and I found, have you got all the gear? You've got to have all the gear.
Oh, not really.
No, you should make sure. Peter, you've got to buy it for.
I know.
I've got colours for racing, joggers for riding, and dungarees for mucking out the stables, you know. Anyway, let's get on and have your questions. Lovely Libby Roberts has your questions, Lib. Lovely. Yeah, good. And would you like to take one of those 3 envelopes, please, from Libby? There we are. Thanks, Peter. OK. Now, you know what happens? We like you to answer alternately. Ladies first. 2 ways we can stop you if you make a mistake or run out of time, and we'll let you have one to start with, of course. Now, this is for £10 for each correct answer. This question is about words in standard dictionaries which begin with the letters A-R. We will give you a definition. We want you to give us the word. Words beginning with A-R. Now, a carved structure that forms a gateway is an arch. All right? A-R. So we'll start you with that one. Carved structure that forms a gateway is a...
An arch.
Right. A pointed weapon used with a bow.
Arrow.
King who had a round table.
I don't know.
Comfortable chair.
Don't know.
Crime of causing fires.
Arson.
A trumpeter with the name of Louis.
Armstrong.
Metal clothes worn in defence.
Armour.
Truce in war.
Don't know.
A quarrel or row.
Argument.
Study of the past by digging.
Archaeology.
Right, that's it. That was 10. Truce in a war was armistice. You're breathing a sigh there, Lindy. And what else? Comfortable chair, we wanted armchair was what we wanted there. A king who had a round table. I heard it go through our audience. It was Arthur. And that's about all, I think. Yes, we got, yes, £70. We want 70. A very good start. Lovely start. Great. And here we have Anne and Stephen Levine from Manchester, yes?
That's right.
Which part, Steve, of Manchester?
Whitefield.
Oh, yes, Whitefield. Good, I know that well. And your business is?
I'm a fashion agent.
Really?
for a number of companies.
Yes, and is that all kinds of clothes?
It's basically shirts, knitwear, trousers, everything that I'm wearing.
Well, apart from this, I'm always in jeans. Do you sell jeans as well?
Yes.
Now, they're very big, yeah? Designer jeans, do you do those?
Yes, yes, we do.
I saw a fat lady in a pair of designer jeans the other day. It looked like the designer was in there with her. Anyway, and your hobby, it's an interesting hobby. What you tell us about it?
It's painting miniatures, actually, they're little...
But they are so miniature, we can't even have them on the show, is that right?
Yes, they're between 3/4 and an inch high.
Now, how do you paint those things, apart from very carefully? How do you do
Very,
it?
very fine brush.
Really?
Yes.
Great.
Takes hours.
And you've been doing that for a long time, I'm sure.
A few years.
Yes? And Anne, what about you? Do you help in the clothing business?
Not really.
What do you do?
I work for the collector of taxes.
I've told you not to bother me when I'm working. Oh, really? So, but you haven't always done that, have you?
No, no.
What did you do before that?
I work for a fire engineering company. Yeah.
And what's all this about ballet as well?
Yes, I taught ballet.
You taught ballet?
Yeah.
Well, I suppose that's a bit similar to income tax, isn't
Yeah.
it? Seeing people on their toes to seeing people on their knees. Pretty similar. And tapestry and yoga too. Well, very good. Good you're with us. Let's have your questions from Libby. OK, Libs, one of those 2 envelopes would you like to take? OK, Anne, thank you. Good luck to you. We had a nice start with £70. Answer alternately, and you'll know we'll let you have one to start with. This question is about words in standard dictionaries beginning with the letters A, B. We will give you a definition. You give us the word. Words beginning with A, B. Now, a great amount of something is an abundance. So that's what we'll start you with. A great amount of something is an...
Abundance.
Right. Swedish pop group.
ABBA.
A conjurer's magic word.
Abracadabra.
A large church in Westminster.
Don't know.
The stomach.
Abdomen.
Deep chasm.
Abyss.
A place you live in.
Abode.
The father of Isaac in the Bible.
Abraham.
First inhabitants of Australia.
Aborigines.
And calculating device of beads on rods. Beads on rods.
Abacus.
Yes, abacus, right on 10. Good. Only one you didn't know was the large church in Westminster was the Abbey. Now we know. 9 right, £90 you have. Well done. Another cracking start. Smashing. Good. OK, Trish. Peter and Tricia Coyne from Teddington, Middlesex.
That's
yes,
correct.
nice area. I know that place very well. Tricia Coyne, I know your sister, Tosser. Yeah. Now, Trish, tell us about you. You live in Teddington, but you don't originally come from there, is that right?
No, I'm from Glasgow originally.
Glasgow originally. Another great city. I like playing there. And what do you work at?
I'm working with an antique dealers just now.
Have you always worked with antiques?
No, no. I was with the Home Office before that.
Oh, so you have always worked with antiques? I don't know how to ask you this. Where did you meet Peter?
On a stairhead. We had bed sits together, and, well, not together,
But
in the
close
same
enough.
building, and we met on the stairs.
You met on the staircase. What, Thank God. What do you do for a living then, Peter?
I'm an architect.
Architect?
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah.
Well, and where is that? Is that in London?
With the City of London, in fact, yes.
I see. Well, of course, at least your job is a little bit more modern. I mean, there's a marvellous new complex opened in London recently.
The Barbican.
Yeah, did you have anything to do with the Barbican?
Well, no.
Oh, it's great, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's really great, the Barbican. Anyway, how do you spend your leisure? What do you do?
We do a lot of cycling, actually. We've sort of toured Middlesex and the Surrey area on our bikes.
Oh, great. Well, there you are. Nice way to keep fit. Let's have your questions with Libby. Libby has the last envelope, which, of course, is your round of questions. And let's see what we have for you. Nice start we have this week. If I can get it out here. This question is about words in standard dictionaries which begin with the letters SC. We will give you the definition. We want you to give us the word. Words beginning with SC. A mischievous person is a scamp. So that's what we'll start with. A mischievous person is a...
Scamp.
The skin on the top of head.
Scalp.
Large prawns.
Scampy.
Event that causes outrage.
Scandal.
Square of material worn round the head.
Scarf.
Container for coal by the fire.
Scuttle.
Rough, dry cider from the West Country.
Scrumpy.
Holy writings.
Scripture.
Creature with a sting in its tail.
Scorpion.
Person from the north of Britain.
Scott.
Right, I think you should have known that. You got it. Yes, you got 10 right, a maximum £100. Well, what a high-scoring round. And ladies and gentlemen, if you were looking in at home and paying attention there, the letters given to each of our couples spelled out S-C-A-R-A-B, Scarab, which of course teams in with this week's theme of Egypt. But at the end of the first round, it is high scoring. Couple number 1 have £70, couple number 2 have 90, but in the lead at the moment, couple number 3, Tricia and Peter, £100. OK, Lindy and Peter, off we go, and you're going for £70 for each correct answer this time. That's your second round questions. Any one of those will do. Thank you very much, Fiona. Good luck to you. And hold your hands very tightly. Well done, Pete, you should. This question is about musicians who play one instrument in particular. We will give you the name of a person, and we want you to give us the instrument. You understand that? OK?
Right.
Stefan Grappelli, of course, is best known for playing the violin, so that's what we'll start with. Stefan Grappelli plays the...
Violin.
James Galway.
Flute.
George Chisholm.
The trombone.
Ringo Starr.
Drums.
Ravi Shankar.
The sitar.
Larry Adler.
Trumpet.
Ah, no, I'm afraid. Yes, it was the harmonica or the mouth organ was what we wanted. You're doing well, then you got 5 right, so at the end of that, you've got £350. That's a lot of money still. 350 you have. And Stephen, take one of those 2 envelopes, would you? You're going for £90 for each correct answer. Again, and they hold hands very tightly underneath that desk there. This question is about names of groups that make popular records. We will give you the beginning of a name, and we want you to finish it. Stephen's already laughing. Now, Father Abraham had a hit with the Smurfs. So that's what we'll start with. Father Abraham and the...
Smurfs.
Right, Peter, Paul and...
Mary.
Adam and the...
Ants.
Earth, Wind and...
Fire.
Electric Light.
Orchestra.
Bob Marley and the...
Don't know.
Blood, Sweat and...
Tears.
Sam the Sham and...
Don't know.
Booker T and...
Don't know.
Pterodactyl and...
Don't know.
Ah, yes, you could have nearly guessed at that one. In fact, it was Pterodactyl and the Dinosaurs, Booker T and the MGs, Sam the Sham and the Pharaohs, again, very Egyptian this week, Bob Marley and the Wailers, but at the end of that round, you have scored £540. That's what you have. 540 you have right now. Is it possible? Tricia and Peter, you've got £100, each correct answer this time. How nice to get a maximum. This question is about popular and traditional songs. We will give you the opening line of the song or the chorus, and we want you to finish it. Now, the chorus of one famous song, Mary Scott's again, For Old Ang Syne, so that's one we'll start you with, For Old Ang...
Syne.
Right, Charlie is my...
Darling.
On Ilkley Moor, bar...
Batat.
Bobby Shafto's gone to...
Sea.
John Brown's...
Body.
My Bonnie lies over the...
Ocean.
Oh, Shenandoah, I love your...
Daughter.
Old man...
River.
How are things in...
Glockamora.
I'm forever blowing...
Bubbles.
You've got it, £1,000! Yes! Oh, lovely. Well, congratulations. Oh, that's great. Yeah. Well, smashing. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've got close a few times. We've had a few £900 on our series so far, but that's the first time anyone scored a maximum of 1,000. But at the end of our quiz this week, we've got couple number 1 up there. It's Lindy and Peter, £350. Couple number 2, Anne and Stephen, £540. No doubt, £1,000. Peter and Tricia, point from Middlesex. Well done. Oh, gee. Oh, Pete, I say this every week. It's always a problem because you have the opportunity to say don't know or pass.
Yeah, I know.
You took the chance, very brave of you. You said it, you came out. Unfortunately, it was wrong, but it's still not a bad night's work, is it? Not at all. £350. Congratulations, Peter. Thank you. There's your ceramic dip. That's you been there, Lindy. You can give us a quick one. Lovely. Give them a round of applause. Thanks for coming. Lovely. Well, what a way to start the quiz. We'll be back in part 2 of 3, 2, 1. See you in a moment now.
Very good cut, yes, sir. Yes, yes, indeed. Very good, very good.
Right.
Oh, yes. Very good. This is a very good coat.
Tell me something, Abdul. Are you sure this camel coat will stand up to a British winter?
Oh, very good coat, sir. All my coats are genuine camel coats, sir. Very good.
I see. Well, tell me, how much is it?
Oh, £120, sir.
What?
Oh, very cheap. Very good coat, sir. Keeps chesty warm. Yes.
OK, all right, I'll take it.
Very good coat, yes.
120.
120. Oh, lovely money. Yes.
I tell you something.
Yes.
At that price, I won't be able to eat for a fortnight.
Oh, no, no, you won't. You won't drink an awful lot either, sir. No, sir. No, no.
Ladies and gentlemen, our theme this week of Egypt. We've got Stephen and Anne from Manchester and Peter and Tricia from Teddington in Middlesex about to be with us right through part 2 to see which of the couples finally gets to part 3 and hopefully takes home a good prize. Did you think you'd get this far?
No way.
Well, you haven't, with a lot of money anyway. So you know what happens at the end of each item? A character comes to the table, leaves a clue object, reads a rhyme. When there's 3 on the table, I shall ask both of you to select one you'd like to reject if you're fortunate enough to get through. So let's get on with our theme, and on our initial look at Egypt, you know, we go back thousands of years, in fact, to the Queen of the Nile, Cleopatra.
This must be Mark Antony returning at last. He approaches.
When I play the king, don't trumpet. Thank God for a bit of peace and quiet.
Marcus Antonius.
Can't you get a smaller dinner bell? That's second sitting already.
Mark Antony.
Who is that fondling your hair, my queen?
No, my hairdresser. You may go, Vidal.
So soon?
Don't kid yourself.
Who are these two, may I ask?
Don't worry, Antony. They mean nothing to me. They're just a couple of my fans.
Oh, in the morning, that's it, only so. That's the pennant harness on it, so. If you're the red shadow's friend, you will lift over the friend. Our name is so. Get rid of your man. I'll see you later.
Just who is that supposed to be?
He's here for a bit of homework. He's John Hanson's understudy.
And that's his bit of homework, yes.
If you're the red shadow's friend, you did have done that. My name is...
Gordon Bennett. Here's another one.
Roll up, roll up, roll up. Get your pyramids here. Rubik pyramids. Lovely little game. Rubik pyramids. Roll up, Rubik pyramids.
He's just here to sell the pyramid game.
What?
Now calm down, Antony. The green-eyed monster does you no good.
Oh, you mean your mother's coming for the weekend again? Oh, what the... How many times have I told you to get your asp out of here?
Oh, mighty Queen Cleopatra, your needles have arrived.
By God, if that's the size of the needles, I can't wait to see the ball of wool. Who are you knitting socks for now, may I ask?
Antony, my darling, you're the only man in my life.
Am I? Oh, Cleo, you're the most beautiful and exciting woman in the world.
True.
You're the Queen of Egypt. You're the most powerful woman in the world.
True.
Men find you so attractive you could have any one of them eating out of the palm of your hand, and yet every time I return from a long, distant voyage, I know that you have been faithful to me. How can this be?
Because I'm a marvelous liar.
Thanks for coming back and seeing us again, Dilys. I know that you only finished a very successful pantomime very shortly, didn't you? A little while ago.
I did 2 weeks ago.
And who was that with?
With Danny LaRue.
Of course. Danny was with us last year, and he told us what a great advance he had. And obviously, you've been running that long. It must have been a hit.
Yes, it was
Good to
lovely.
see you again.
Thank you.
And what are you going to leave these folks as the clue?
Well, I'm going to leave Cleo's crown. And the clue is, glistening if the light is right, though all that does is not. Most of it is fairly old. Gee whiz, what have you got?
What have you got, Tricia? Any idea?
All that glisters is not gold.
Yeah.
Could be
How about you, Anne?
Yeah.
Pile of lead? It could well be. Anyway, let's thank lovely Dilys Watling. Thanks, Dilys.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, lovely. Well. So, a pile of lead. What do you think, Anne? Any idea?
I don't know, everything's going to sound like the dustbin.
It is. That's what it's like when you get around this table. You wait till the final couple gets to Ted's table. I must say, it was great to see Steve Jones popping in on that sketch. Great mate of mine, Steve, of course, from the Pyramid Game, a great hit show that. Anyway, let's get on now and have our second item. We're now going to meet an absent-minded explorer who's trying to unravel more mysteries of ancient Egypt.
From the heart of this pharaoh's tomb, ladies and gentlemen, and it is known, in fact, that Cleo died from the bite of an asp that was conveyed to her in this basket of figs. Now, I'm going to show you something now that's most interesting. I'm going to go into the basket. Yeah, I think he's having his dinner. Here we go. Now, you've got to know what you're doing now. And inside the way, I could be dead. Slow down, you're damn good. Slow down. Now, over in Cairo, the Cairenians play a very dangerous game with these things called Russian roulette. They put 6 snakes in a room, a guy goes in and plays a flute, and one of the snakes is deaf. Slow down. Now, what the hell am I going to do with that? Nevertheless, we will continue. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when the pharaohs were put in these tombs along with their slaves, all right, they were put in there with their little pets, dogs, cats, lambs, horses, pigs. Now, here we go. You'll like this little fella here. He's remarkable. There we go. No. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this little animal here, he's never seen a banana. Now, come on. Try this. Come on. Come on. Look. I'm going to try a little trick there with this little devil. We have a large cask here of maiden Nile water. Now he's going to juggle with 12 bananas. Pass me the banana. All right? Look, hold the damn thing. Now, pass me the bananas. Come on, pass me the... Pass me. Naughty monkey.
There he is. Neville. Always works alone, this fella, always. There's a fella in Sydney says you owe him a few ties. Great to see you, Neville. Thanks for calling in. Listen, you're a busy guy, I know, and you're doing your own show this summer, aren't you? Where's
That's
that?
right, Clacton.
Clacton?
That's right.
They are the Neville King show. I'm going to be down there, so I'll be diving in.
Oh.
What do you call this fella, by the way? What's his name?
Oh, he's got no name.
No?
He's just a new, I've just got him for the show.
I'm sure you'll come up with something for him.
Well, I hope so.
Good to see you, Nev. What are you going to leave these folks as the clue?
Well, of course, obviously, it's going to be the monkey.
Oh.
There you are.
A monkey is the clue.
There you are.
OK. And what about the rhyme? Have you got a rhyme for
The rhyme, yes, we've got a rhyme. Here, Bob. Here, Bob. Job, what's your name?
Doesn't matter. Robert Love.
It's always a wrench to see this go when people throw it away. Of course, you needn't push it out. It can always really stay.
Tricia. Could be the bin, could it? Yeah. Yes? Oh, that's what they reckon straight away. Anyway, please, Neville King. Cheers, Neville. Good to see you, mate. All the best. Thanks, Neville. So, you think it could be the bin, Stephen?
Yes.
Anne? You think the same? Well, Stephen, Anne is hedging her bets a bit there, eh? Good, OK. Well, we have 2 on the table, 1 more, then we have to make up our mind and see which of these 2 charming couples get through to part 3 and take home, hopefully, a good prize. This time, of course, we're going back once again to the land of the pharaohs, but to a bookshop at the Old Bazaar in Cairo.
Pharaoh, you're magnificent, magnificent. My great lord and master. Yeah, silly old twit. Now then, oi, shop!
I am at your disposal, O great benevolent one. What can this poor wretched creature do to be of service to one of such handsome countenance?
You can put your glasses on for a start.
Certainly.
I mean, I would have thought that anybody... What? And cut out all that nonsense for the second place, because you and I are in the same business, friend. You and I are great, servile creeps of the world. And it doesn't mean a thing.
Well, what do you want, then? A scribe to scribble on your scrolls?
Oh. No, not at the moment, actually. Oh, my lord and master outside, the magnificent pharaoh himself. Yes, indeed. He'd like a couple of the latest tablets to read.
Oh, the great pharaoh himself?
The great pharaoh himself? Himself?
Oh, I have the very thing. Here we are. Vanity Pharaoh.
Oh.
Here we are. Look at that. The tale of 2 Nefertitis. Oh. Emir to eternity. 20,000 plagues under the sea.
No, he doesn't like the classics. You see, he thinks they're too heavy.
Oh, he'd like something lighter.
Aye, about 4 stone lighter.
Oh, dear.
See, he hasn't been well lately, you see.
Yes.
He wants something to cheer him up.
Then I have the very thing. Here we are. Look at this. Joke books on papyrus. Huh? Here you have the complete book of Sphinx jokes, guaranteed not to raise a smile.
Oh, sounds a bit like my cabaret act.
I'm terribly sorry, Effendi. You Effendi?
Not Effendi.
Me not Effendi. Your friends here, eh? Here we are. What about these, then?
Oh, yes. What's that, then?
Mummy-in-law jokes.
I didn't know they were putting books now on, writing books on papyrus.
Yes, and they're selling very well.
Are they?
We call them papyrobacks.
Ah.
Here they are. And if you don't like the books, they can come in very useful.
Yeah?
Because every few inches, you see, they are perforated.
Oh.
What we call toilet scrolls.
I'll take the lot.
Oh, thank you very
just
much.
what he wants, in fact, yes.
Here we are, sir.
Because I tell you, he's been suffering a bit lately with Egyptian tummy.
Oh, what a shame. There'll be no use at all, then.
Oh, why not?
Well, there's only one cure for Egyptian tummy.
Oh, what's that?
You'll have to keep taking the tablets.
We meet again.
We do, Effendi.
Good to see you, Ken. Now, last time I saw you, you were just going into skirts for the first time, I remember, in a pantomime.
That's correct.
And you've done it again tonight, haven't you?
Yeah.
You pardon the expression.
Quite right.
Listen,
we understand
you're
each other.
going back into the legit theatre again.
Ah, yes. I'm in a play by Bernard Shaw, Getting Married, it's called. And we'll be up in York sometime in June, July.
Marvellous, there you are. So all you folks in York, look out for that great play, and Kenny Connor.
Thank you very much.
What are you going to leave then for the clue?
Here's your clue, ladies and gentlemen. Collins' Compact Dictionary.
A dictionary for the clue?
That's right.
OK. And the rhyme says?
The rhyme is, with 3 of them in the bookshop, we've sent you out a clue. Not that we'd give you all 3. In fact, only 1, not 2.
No. Nothing at all, huh? And?
Books.
Yes, books. And you're going to say bin or something like that. Now we're going to have to make up our minds. There's 3 on the table. Thank Kenny Connor. Terry says we go.
Oh, thank you. Everything's in the shop.
Cheers, Ken. Thanks, mate. Well, there we are. You've just heard that from Ken Connor. I can read both of these again, of course. We have 3 on the table, yes. Cleo's crown brought in by Dilys Watling. Dilys said, glistening if the light is right, that though all that does is not. Most of it is fairly old. Gee whiz, what have you got? That was what Dilys said. And Neville King says, it's always a wrench to see this go. When people throw it away, of course, you needn't push it out. It can always really stay. So,
well, the bin can always stay, because it comes on every week, doesn't it?
There you are, yeah. How about you, Anne? What do you think? I saw you and Stephen chattering there. What do you think?
Well, this one sounds like
crystal or glass.
What's that, the Cleo's crown?
Yes.
Well, we're going to have to make up our mind about selecting one to reject if you're going to get through the elimination question. So, Peter, what do you think? Which one would you like to get rid of?
Well, I think the first one.
How about you, Trish? You go along with that?
I'm not sure.
Not sure. Chat it over a minute. How about you two, folks?
I think we'll go for this one.
Stephen and Anne are not messing around. They're going straight
Because I
forward.
don't know what it is.
Right, you're going to get rid of the dictionary if you get through, yes? Right, they're unanimous there. How about you, Trish? Have you made up your mind?
Yeah, I think the dictionary, actually.
Oh, suddenly Peter's... You've talked to me. Obviously, you were for that too, will you? OK, so that's unanimous. All round. Whoever gets through, good luck. You're both going to get rid of the dictionary, yes?
I think so, yeah.
OK, fine. So we've established that. Here we have the elimination question for you, the moment of truth. Now, you see the button there, put your hands right by it. Once you think you know the answer, hit the button and answer. Please don't answer before hitting the button. If you do that, I must throw it to the other couple. And if you're wrong, I'll continue on until somebody gets this right. Here we go, good luck to you. This is a mythical beast known in Greek legend, but more usually associated with Egypt. Where various stone statues of it exist. In Egypt... Stephen's gone in straight away. What is it, Steve?
Sphinx.
It is indeed the Sphinx. You've done it, yeah! Whoa! Oh, well done. Oh, and smashing. I know. He hit the button and he wondered, oh, gosh, did I hit it? Should I have said it? Did I do it right? You've done it right. Congratulations. That means you're going through. And it was very, very tight. You were nearly there too, weren't you? I was faltering on the reading there, but we got it out eventually. But we got the money you won in the quiz, which was a record, Libby, yes? £1,000 it was. Congratulations, Chris. There's your ceramic dusty bin. And, of course, as always, on 3, 2, 1. Another consolation for our couple that get this far. Look over there. Fiona has for you a marvellous carriage clock. Take a look at that. Isn't that lovely? Great. Yeah. Good luck. Take care. Love to everyone in Teddington. And thank you for coming. And thank you for being the first £1,000 winners on 3, 2, 1. Take care. Give them a round of applause, folks, will you? Nice. Well done. Well, hey. Look at Anne. She feels a lot happier now, don't you, Anne? There you are. But Steve had to make the decision there. Well done. You got through. That means, of course, when we come back just after the break, we'll be rejecting the dictionary book brought in just now by Ken Connor. So we'll see what it is in a couple of minutes. 3, 2, 1. Well, there you go. Thank you. Welcome to part 3 of our Egyptian 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, Stephen and Anne Levine from Manchester have won through, and you've rejected the compact dictionary brought in by Kenny Connor just now. This is what it is. With 3 of them in the bookshop, we've sent you out a clue. Not that we'd give you all 3. In fact, only 1, not 2. Now, you were unanimous about deciding on throwing this out. What do you we know what you hope it is. What do you think it is?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
OK, well, let's see what it is. He just said in the break, this is the hard part. It is. With 3 of them in the bookshop, we've sent you out a clue. Well, there were 3 scrolls in the bookshop, as you said. That could be a clue, of course. Not that we give you all 3. In fact, only 1, not 2. I don't think we're likely to give you just a scroll. So what else were 3 in the bookshop? There were 3 in the bookshop. Well, if you looked up bookshop in the dictionary, which Ken Connor brought you in, you'd find there were 3 O's in bookshop. And this is one of them, 0 dusty bin. You've done it in 1. Yes. There we are. There he is. Come down here and see this guy with it. Come on, Anne and Steve. Stand just there. OK. He looks terrific now. You're going to love him forever. Isn't he gorgeous? If you'd have won him, you wouldn't have thought he was quite as good as that. You didn't know what it was. It is a gamble. You've gambled so well. The bin has gone straight away, so it means you're going to take home a great prize tonight. So now then, Anne, you feel good about this. Let's get on and have our next item. And for this, in Egypt, we go to music hall. And when I say music hall, think back when the variety was in its heyday. We had that terrific act of Wilson, Keppel and Betty. Well, here, with a little fun closely associated with that wonderful act, Libby Roberts joins the Chuckle Brothers. Paul and Barry, the Chuckle brothers, the Harmon brothers, and brothers of two great mates of mine, Jimmy and Brian Patton. How are the fellas, all right?
They're fine, yeah.
You're off for a season 2 this summer. Where are you going?
Yes, we're going to Rill.
For how long?
North Wales, 17 weeks.
17 weeks in Rill, which is unheard of these days.
That's right.
When are you going to leave Steve and Anne for the club?
A little egg timer with a sand.
And how about the rhyme?
The rhyme is, tread carefully if you've itchy feet, or you may go against the grain.
If you don't throw out a new line, you'll be sold down the river again.
Well, oh, Anne, she got that straight away. Did you see that? I think even the audience had that one. Let's thank the Chuckle brothers, Paul and Barry. Cheers, fellas. Good luck. Good luck to the fellas. Well, Anne. Oh, you did a magnificent one of those. What did that mean? What do you think that is?
Sounds like holiday.
Yeah,
Sounds.
does it? OK,
Yeah,
well, look, you can hear either of these two again. We've got Cleo's Crown, brought in #1 by Dilys Watling, or The Monkey, of course, which was brought in by my old mate Neville King. Which one do you want to hear out of these two?
Try to hear the monkey again.
Yeah. Like to hear Neville's Monkey, OK. Neville, no, my voice has gone here. It's always a wrench to see this go when people throw it away. Of course, you needn't push it out. It can always really stay. So, now it sounds like it's very difficult when you're round this Ted's table, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we've got 3 on the table, Steve. One of them has to go. Which one will go?
The Crown.
Yes? You're OK about that, Anne? Yeah. All right, then. You're both going to reject Cleo's Crown, brought in by Dilys Watling, who said... What are you saying? Cut glass, cut glass. All right, let's see. Glistening if the light is right, though all that does is not. Most of it's fairly old. Gee whiz, what have you got? Is what Dilys said. Glistening if the light is right, though all that does is not. Well, that could indicate metal. And, of course, we know dust is metal, but you won't bother about him anymore. You know he's gone. Most of it is fairly old. Gee whiz, what have you got? Well, we don't usually give away old prizes on the show, as you know. Even the bin would be a new bin. So what else could this mean? All that glistens is not what?
It's not gold.
Yes, that's what the audience said as well, gold. Well, most of gold, well, 3/4 of it, in fact, is old. Add that to G from Gee Whiz, and you have rejected a selection of gold jewellery from the Crown Jewellers themselves. Take a look at this. Oh. Hey. In fact, Anne, there are 2 bracelets and a necklace in 9-carat 3-tone gold. A fabulous prize, 3, 2, 1. A heck of a lot of money, I can tell you that. Wonderful prize. See, they were cheering you rejecting that marvellous prize of that gold. Anyway, it has gone. Let's now have our final item. And once again, we go back to a tomb to try and unearth more facts from the fascinating past.
Professor Steiner, what does it mean?
I don't know. Pass me the magnifying glass, Hans.
The magnifying glass?
Yes.
What does it say?
It says made in Germany.
No, the wall.
Oh, I thought you meant the magnifying glass, sorry. It says, tomb it may concern.
Oh, very interesting. Go on.
It also says, beware of all who enter here. The girls aren't bad, but they water the beer. Oh, that's a little joke. It also says, at rest will be until the day some nosy Parker takes this wall away.
Nosy Parker? What is this nosy Parker? That is a question.
I'm asking the question, you clown. Sorry. Give me the hammer and chisel quickly.
Hammer and chisel?
Yes. I've got it.
I've given it to you.
No, I've got it. What it is. What? This is the famous Palace of Varieties. Oh.
I say. My Anubis has no nose.
Oh, really? How does he smell?
Like Cairo on a hot day.
I don't wish to know that. Kindly leave the pyramid.
When you're nining, the pharaoh smiles at you. When you're nining, Tutankhamun too. And when you've snuffed it, your bandage head to toe, and in the pyramid, you know you have to go. So when you're nining, Egypt smiles with you. Isis, statues of Isis.
I'm Ramesses the Eighth, I am. Ramesses the Eighth, I am. I got buried with the mummy next door. She's been buried 7 times before. He told man was a Ramesses. She wouldn't have a tussle and barrah. I'm her 8th old mate called Ramesses. Ramesses the Eighth, I am. Ladies and gentlemen, I am not going to bore you this evening with that old joke about Cleopatra's ass. I am going to perform an illusion. May I have a volunteer? Thank you, madam. Sir, I'll take your word for it. This way, please. And place it in the sarcophagus. Hang on. There we are. And on he goes. Sarcophagus! What? Quickly! Open up the sarcophagus! Oh! Look, Hans! No mummy!
Hello. Felix Bonus.
Thank you.
What are you going to leave Stephen and Anne as the clue?
A peg.
A peg.
I'm going to leave a peg. I have to read the right.
Would you read it, yes?
If this is the one you decide to take, there'll be loitering within. You needn't scout further afield. You'll have a guy wherever you've been.
If you understand that, you'll understand it.
Yeah, but you'll read it again for the poor devils.
I'll read it again for the poor devils. Yes, I will. Ladies and gentlemen, Felix Bonus.
Thank you, mate.
I'll read it again for the poor... Do you want to hear it again?
Yes.
All right, then. If this is the one you decide to take, there'll be loitering within. You needn't scout further afield. You'll have a guy wherever you've been. Is what he should have just said. So, we got 3 on the table, of course. I can read this one again. The egg timer brought in by the Chuckle Boys, or else the monkey from Neville King. Which would you like to hear out of these 2?
The monkey.
The monkey again from Neville. You've heard it once before. You want to know what it is, huh? It's always a wrench to see this go. When people throw it away, of course, you needn't push it out. It can always really stay. So that was what Neville King said. Now then, Anne, what do you say this time?
I still think that's a car and that's a holiday, and I don't know what that is.
You don't know what that is?
No.
And you heard that? Oh, yes, back here. Well, you're in the very lucky position. You've got rid of Dusty Ben, of course, and we've got 3 terrific prizes here on the table. So, Stephen and Anne, it's up to you. The audience are great. They can give you ideas.
What the heck it is.
Don't know what the heck. A what? Oh dear, they're marvellous. That's what they're saying.
We'll get rid of that then.
You're not related in any way, are you? We'll get rid of that. Are you sure you're going to get rid of that?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. OK, then, Steve, right, you're rejecting Felix Peg. If this is the one you decide to take, there'll be loitering within. You needn't scout further afield. You'll have a guy wherever you've been. Right, so you're rejecting the Peg from Felix Bonus. And let's see indeed what it is. If this is the one you decide to take, there'll be loitering within. Well, be loitering within. That could give you Ben, but not now you've got rid of Dusty. That wouldn't have much to do with the Peg, and not much to do with the next 2 lines either. You needn't scout further afield. You'll have a guy wherever you've been. So how can you connect scout, field, guy with something that might be loitering within? Any idea? Yes. He said it back there. Tent, he says. Not just loitering within tent. How about this fabulous tent here? Take a look at this. Yes, not just a tent, this easy action trailer tent. It sleeps 4, it has its own freestanding kitchen unit and storage lockers. I think you'll agree it's a fantastic prize, Anne, yes? Great prize, it's been rejected, it has to go. Thank you. Yeah. So you are, great prize. Now we're down to the final 2. The egg timer brought in by the Chuckle Boys and, of course, the monkey from Neville King. So I can read them both again. The Chuckle Brothers said with the egg timer, tread carefully if you've itchy feet, or you may go against the grain. If you don't throw out a new line, you'll be sold down the river again. That's what the boys said. And again, the monkey from Neville. It's always a wrench to see this go. When people throw it away, of course, you needn't push it out. It can always really stay. So, now you have a decision to make, because the one that's rejected, the one that remains will be your prize. Which one's going?
We'll get rid of the egg timer.
OK, you're rejecting the egg timer from the Chuckle Boys. Tread carefully if you've itchy feet, or you may go against the grain. If you don't throw out a new line, you'll be sold down the river again. Now, tread carefully if you've itchy feet, or you may go against the grain. They say itchy feet are a sign of treading new ground. And if you did that against the grain, that could well be sand, which would tie up with the sand in the egg timer. But then we said if you don't throw out a new line, you'll be sold down the river again. So that might have made you think that if he hadn't gone by now, it could have been our lovely booby prize Dusty. But a new line, if you arrange it correctly, line becomes, yes, Nile indeed, said the audience. And you'd certainly be sold on this if you hadn't thrown it out. It's a 3-2-1 holiday. Take a look at this. Yes, we were going to fly you from London to Cairo, followed by a 12-day cruise up the Nile. On your cruise, the first stop, Memphis, and an opportunity to marvel at the pyramids and the Sphinx at Giza. Then Luxor and the Temple of Karnak and the magnificent Valley of the Kings. Many more places of interest on your way up, the impressive Aswan Dam, of course, before returning downriver to Cairo for a few days sightseeing, and every night of your trip, a chance to enjoy the magnificent scene as the sun sets on the still waters of the River Nile. Yeah, so here we are. We're left with the monkey, the prize you're taking home with you tonight. Now, what's it going to be for you? Always a few chats. What is it, audience? Supposing we haven't got one on. What is it then? Let's have a look. Who? A bush. Got it. Then we can all go home. Let's see what it is. Neville King left the monkey. It's always a wrench to see this go. When people throw it away, of course, you needn't push it out. It can always really stay. So, we know what you hope it is. It's always a wrench to see this go. When people throw it away. Well, that implies that this could be something that's seen regularly on our shows. So what could that be? Has the audience suggest a car? A bush, maybe? A holiday? Maybe we wouldn't have two on the same show. Were we trying to make a monkey out of you? Not when the bin's already gone. The monkey with the wrench might have made you think of something mechanical. Of course, we said you needn't push it out. It can always really stay. Well, you needn't push this out at all. The initial letters of can always really, the star prize, the Mini Metro, you've done it! You've done it! Hey, God. Come this way. Here you are, Anne, it's yours. Take your seat. Get in the car there. Here we are, Steve. That's for you. Congratulations. In you go, Anne. It's yours. Not quite as large as a bus, but a great prize, huh? Fabulous. And don't forget, you have money that you won in the quiz. Libby has that. How much was it, Libby? £540. £540. There it is. Fabulous. Terrific. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. A car another week has gone. Not quite a bus, but a sensational prize. They're delighted, I know. We're delighted you joined us. Until we see you next week, good night from everyone on 3, 2, 1. Good night, everybody. Have a good week. Lovely.